Hey everyone, welcome to the very first episode of MSP101. In this video series, we would like to actually bring awareness to everyone on what MSP is about. So for today, we have invited the director of an MSP company called FatNinjas. His name is Zool.
Hi,
Zool, thank you for being with us.
Yes, thank you very much for inviting me as well.
Oh, it's such a pleasure to have Zool on board. And Zool, actually, he runs a MSP team. So MSP means Managed Service Providers, right?
Yes.
Maybe you want to help us understand what is MSP about. It's not a very common term that we use in this region.
True.
Yeah.
Okay, to define MSP basically is a broad, or even if you ask every people, they will have their own definition of MSP.
Okay.
But if you ask me, on my personal opinion, it's basically monitoring and providing a service to organizations through monitoring each one of the component that is agreed between the MSP provider and the client. That is how I define MSP.
So when you say monitoring, we are talking in a context of IT, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Or is there other form?
obviously.
Okay. So how is that then different maybe as compared to an IT outsourcing company or another IT vendor that is also providing services to
That's
organizations?
a very good question, Ganesh. Because a lot of people, when I approach them, we are doing MSP, they will say, hey, I already have IT guys. Hey, I already have IT vendors.
Okay.
So I would define this as three categories.
Okay.
One is the MSP. Second is ad hoc. Third is basically IT in-house. Right? Let me start with IT in-house.
Okay.
So IT in-house basically is the IT guy that you hire and do a services in your company.
Okay.
But here's what, when you pay them a salary, so definitely there's a limited of manpower over there, because you cannot limitlessly hire and keep hiring on IT guys.
That's right. Yeah.
Right? It depends on the budget that the company have set and the workloads that you are going to give to that guy. All right. So if you're using this method, nothing wrong with it. The pro over here is you're always going to see the same guy.
Right.
He will be very, very familiar with your environment.
Yeah.
But let's see on the drawbacks over here. There is unproductive time because you cannot always track them. They are not always monitoring IT devices. So there will be wastage time, which they are not productive. That's one. Secondly, in-house guy, how much they can cover.
Okay.
One guy, two guys, three guys, how much they can cover in terms of the IT, how much they can learn new technologies, how they can get certified and covered your IT environment.
Okay.
That is for in-house. Second one, we can go to ad hoc.
All right.
Ad hoc means we call the IT guy or the IT vendors when you have a problem.
Okay.
This one definitely is the cheapest.
Okay.
Okay, I will not lie and I will not hide from you.
All
It
right.
definitely is the cheapest.
Okay.
But
Okay.
what is the drawback over here? One is not necessarily you can get them on time when you have an issue.
Okay.
They will depend on their free times because you are calling them on phone call basis.
Okay.
So it depends where they're free, they will attend you.
Yeah.
That's one. Secondly, basically, you're not necessarily going to get a very experienced technician to assist you.
Yeah.
Okay. Thirdly, you cannot get them to plan for you.
Okay.
Because they are attending you an ad hoc basis on your issues on that time.
Okay.
So they cannot really help the organizations to grow, to use the IT to grow your business more.
Yep.
They only can attend you on the current issues. Whereby in MSP, we will have monitoring tools to monitor your environment. So we will uncover whatever devices that you have to make sure you are fully utilizing your devices. That's one.
Okay.
Secondly, we will keep monitoring the device to make sure it's online, to make sure it's usable 24/7.
Okay.
Okay, that's second. Thirdly, basically for MSP, you can use us as a tools to grow your businesses. Where we can grow your businesses is basically by providing you a reports.
Okay.
What kind of reports? Basically, what is the uptime of your device? We are monitoring your IT expenses. We are monitoring also your IT resources. So there will be no weightage on this. Okay, we will try to maximize all of this. And definitely what you are getting is a full range, a pool of experienced engineer with probably certified over here because you have a lot of expertise. There's no more limitation that you only can hire one guy, two guys for IT to monitor your environment. So you have a pool of engineer with various background and skill sets to help you in IT and also to build your business bigger with the assistance of IT guys.
Right. Wow, thanks for sharing. Actually, it does feel like an MSP could cover quite a huge portion when it comes to IT services. But my next question would be, would it then be practical to hire an MSP in order to replace an IT guy in a company? Because I think a lot of organizations are afraid of this, replacing their current IT guy, or in fact that IT guy could be afraid of engaging you because he may lose his job, right? So what are your thoughts on this?
That is a common perception in the IT guys,
right?
Because they will say that, the company going to engage MSP, then they will lose their jobs. Actually, it's not true. MSP basically to help and to complement the IT team in that company. Because why? In-house IT have their own advantage. The in-house IT is a familiar faces for all the users. They know in and out about the businesses.
Yes.
So the MSP over here is to complement them, whereby we are the one that providing the skill sets, the expertise to the IT managers, to the IT users in that organizations.
Wow, that's good. Thanks for sharing, Zool. It seemed to me that what I'm hearing today is that an MSP is to reinforce the IT team in a company and not to replace. And that's a very good eye-opener, right? So I hope you've enjoyed what we have discussed today. If you'd like to know more about what's happening in the MSP space, or if you have got any questions at all, why don't you follow us, subscribe to us, speak to us, talk to us one way or another, and we would like to bring more content to you. For now, that's it, and I'll see you guys next time.
Prepare yourself that once you restart, the firewall might not get on. So what do you do then?
How do you then convince or maybe explain the usefulness of not really being on site, but a lot of things can be managed online to this kind of clients?
You know the issue. For myself personally, I believe that IT can actually be done almost about 90% remotely.